gross.
Is that did I say that right? Is that Dogecoin? Still not on mine.
I don't know what that is.
Dogecoin?
Dogecoin? What is it?
Hey, honest question. It's Dogecoin, right? Doge. I know I'm not saying it right. Is there also a performer by the name of Doja Cat or something? Am I crazy, Cody?
Yeah.
I know Cody would know.
Cody.
Sorry, I had to get the mic to do that, and I had to stop
what you were doing.
streaming. But please, there's pounding.
Pounding off. Ian said most men love when women swallow. That is true. That is true.
I honestly, you know what I thought when, I mean, this is a very interesting way to start the show. But I honestly thought when I was a child, when I heard spit or swallow, I was like, spit or swallow. I had no idea that had to do with ejaculate. I thought it had to do with like the penis itself. Like, can you swallow it? Like deep throat.
Oh, like deep throat.
It was still gross. Like
or to spit on it.
Yeah. Or you just got like, you know, like
you're
that's
that's
the spectrum
good.
of like, yeah, like this, like you're just holding it and you're just.
And
like,
actually, I don't know. Do you have a preference of?
It doesn't really like. I don't care. I'm done with it. Once I give it to you, do whatever you want with it.
Okay,
it's fair game.
Is it a different? I mean, we're getting real personal here. Is it a different sensation versus like if I
like in or out? Like, I mean, that's the thing. Is
because it's spitting, you're still doing it in your mouth.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Is it a different sensation if I were to just hold it?
It's a different sensation as far as like the moment. Like I think that's the closest thing. If I'm being completely honest, and if I could speak for all men, real quick.
Speak for yourself.
Pat George here to speak for all men. I would say that's probably, you know how like women a lot of times like sexually are like more like feelings and thoughts.
Yeah.
And guys are more sensations.
Yep.
I think that's the one of the only times that, and when girls go. Like that thing, not like like in pornos and shit.
But you need noises.
But the little noise,
yeah.
like just a little like I think like that, the convincing noise, those things I feel like are the time where like men are like, oh my God, this sensation is incredible. I will remember this moment. Like that's like the time where they're lighting candles, they're pouring a bath and stuff like that. Is like when is when women swallow. It's when they're like, oh my God, this is like, it's like. Because you're starting your refractory period at that time. Like that's the beginning of the like that's done. You know what I mean? Like because for men it's a lot of time a release like that.
Yeah.
But to continue the sensuality throughout that time.
Yep.
And then like, God damn, it's even hotter now than I'm finishing. Like I want to keep going. You know what I mean? It's closest to multiple orgasms that I think men can have.
Okay. So swallowing's definitely preferred.
As far as like if you're into that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I think I just discovered I am. But no, it's not.
Note to self. But
it's not necessarily a thing of like, it's kind of like it's like a subtle porno. You know what I mean? You know, it's like
I don't watch porn.
But I mean, I'm just saying like that kind of stuff is like usually addressed in pornographies. We were talking about cream pie cereal last episode now, and now
look at us.
We've moved on to oral.
And then
cream
what
pies.
is cream pie?
Cream pie is just coming in.
Okay, gotcha.
Or,
that's what I thought, but
or
I
a snack cake.
I don't know if it had to do with butt or.
I mean, that would be. I mean, a chocolate cream pie,
maybe
an anal cream pie. I would assume. Honestly, probably. I don't know necessarily the categorizations. Again, I'm not a. What is it? I don't like even with music the same way. Like once you get into like subcategories like post-hardcore and post-punk, new wave, like you know what? Just. What is it? Just let's give me a root, like search word, kind of thing. Like that's where I'm at. So like I sure you got your MILF, your other stuff and everything, but the overall spitting or swallowing, I feel like is if it goes into you in any way, it's a win.
Okay,
that's how I would see it.
Okay.
So honestly, there may be preference, but there's not necessarily, beggars can't be choosers. And on that note, welcome to the Gross Domesticated Podcast. Hey, that's the domesticated part mixed with the gross part. I don't know.
I don't think it's gross, but we're married and in love, but maybe somebody else does.
I did last time when I was performing in Easton. I didn't. I mean, you're familiar with the joke, but I did go into detail. I basically told the crowd that anytime you don't see me or my wife's face, you can just assume it's buried in the other one's crotch.
Yep.
I
I know
mean,
that joke.
so there's a thing. There's a thing where, okay, computer, I need you to listen to my words. Come on.
Commands, not words.
I know. Maybe I should
'Cause you're
say.
not
Oh, I should
telling
say
it.
close. Small.
Yeah.
Make small.
Move.
Pat,
Move.
make small. No. God damn it. All right. Well, this is Gross Domesticated Podcast Live. I'm Pat George.
I'm wife George.
That's my wife. That's
Dominique.
why we were talking about. Yeah, you have a name.
I have a name.
And we've got some pounding, a ton of pounding
Yeah,
already.
we got lots.
So I want to catch up because
it's Friday.
Friday.
Friday. Gotta get down on Friday.
Doja Cat. Yeah, there is a Doja
Cat.
Cat. Okay, so honestly though, that's Karen. I want to get confirmation from another person just to make sure. Oh, wait, no, she has children. She knows. All right, so we got most men love women swallowing. That's honestly brought up by Ian Strong. No surprise there.
No surprise.
We got you got 10 minutes, so Pat needs to get his shit together. Well,
it takes him like 15 minutes to get his shit together.
Yeah, it takes me a long time to get on point somehow. It's a cryptocurrency. I know what Dogecoin is, but Doja Cat is a performer. Okay, yeah, sorry.
Okay. Okay. I don't know.
All right. So I prefer to swallow. Otherwise, however, they enjoy all snacks. I buy them. I buy. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Whatever the snack is. That's what we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it was snacks. Oops.
Snacks.
Ron must have loved that conversation. He's a real creep. We got original Ron in the chat. We got in the nicest way. You know, he'll say that same thing about him. Oh wait, you mean?
Hi,
wait,
girl.
What do you got? Clubpoke's here too?
Yep, she just had butted me.
Hey, baby. Don't knock my water over. We got the whole family's here.
The whole fam.
What else we got?
Note to self, swallow.
Yep. Ian says, what kind of cream pie are you talking about? Do I need to join this feed for educational purposes again?
Well, I think we got it covered on that. I think
it's more of a preference topic.
Again, high five.
Yeah. Asked and answered.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing.
Thank you.
Unless you actually, that's the thing is like, that's what I mean by self-reflection. It's not always like, I think people think either, or maybe they don't. I don't know. I this might be me projecting again, but like, I assume that when I say shit like, because I feel like that's why people get the hippie association with me, because they go, you know, that like I say self-reflection and you know, in like, you know, trying to find yourself and blah 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 all that shit. Yeah. But it's literally like, what is your preference? Like literally, if someone were to ask you your favorite anything, or your preference in any situation, I want to be ready for that. Like that's kind of a thing where it's like, so if somebody says spit or swallow, like, to first of all, when I was young, I don't even know if that's innocent, but it's also like, oh, you mean like if you're just like, like you just spit at it, like I don't like this. Or I'm sure you're like, I just want to swallow the whole thing. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, because that was always, another early memory was the Howard Stern movie, Private Parts. Yep. And there's a part where a lady, like was swallowing a whole kielbasa, like put it the whole thing, and I was like, that's swallowing, right? Yeah. I thought that was swallow, and then spit was like, I hate this. And then you're just looking at the penis.
And you're like, yes, swallow.
Yeah, you're like, swallow. In that case, I prefer swallowing. Very gross today. Yeah, thank you, Karen. I appreciate that. Karen. Seriously, you can't take my word. Wait, you can't take my word. Yeah, the Doja Cat thing. It's like I'm asking for, I guess. Well, the kids thing I think helps, the young kids thing. But I was asking just essentially anybody with young children. And Chloe's here. Look at that. She's trying to silence my wife. Careful with the drink. There we go.
Hi, pretty girl.
Chloe's here. Dom's here. No kink shaming. Thank you, Ron. I appreciate that. And Ian says, if you swallow, you don't have to. You don't have it covered. I don't know what that means. And I love Doja Cat. Doja. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Manny. I just see, Karen. I'm not saying that Karen is right. And Manny just confirmed it. That's all. Actually, we were talking about, I think, is Dogecoin any relation to Doja Cat? I know it's not the same letters, but it sounds the same. That's what I was asking early on. But if you want to explain what Doja Cat is, I would love to know. because we were just talking about spitting and swallowing, and that
Spitters are
honestly,
quitters.
spitters are quitters. Thank you, Ron. I appreciate that. Chloe, what the fuck are you doing?
She's getting some love.
Chloe's got something to say.
Yeah, she does.
Can you? I don't know if you guys can see on Instagram.
I
Yeah,
think
there she
so,
is.
Yeah. Well, they can at least see the
Clozilla.
moving mic.
Manny, they will. Wait, hold on. Manny, they will let you talk about. I think she said Manny, right? She meant Manny.
Yeah,
right?
I think she said, Manny, they will let you talk about her because you are cooler than me.
Yes. Yeah. Like that's the thing. He was explaining. I was talking about rapping on Monday, and I did my tribute to DMX where I read the lyrics to Faith No More, the rapping parts, and it was really gross. Turns out that song's really fucking gross. I never paid attention to the lyrics of it, and I immediately took that back as a tribute. Doja Cat is a rap pop sensation.
I don't know what Doja Cat is.
I don't know either. Yeah. And then Manny was explaining to me, that's what it brought up the conversation, was basically Manny explaining to me all of the music, all of the rap and hip hop I listen to is basically 100% stereotypical white people. Yeah. And I was like, well, that kind of stinks. I would like to be exposed to better stuff, but it's got a lot of the ends, like the words, you know what I mean? Like they use, I can't sing those.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I kind of exposed the fact that maybe I'm learning a lot more about myself than I thought. I'm a good person, even by myself. I don't want to sit here and it's just like, what's with all the language? I know she's shedding everywhere.
Yeah,
what's
she's
going
shedding
on
real
here?
bad.
What's with the language, guys? You know what I mean? Like, why do we have to be like that? Casey's here. It's moving day for her. I appreciate you making some time. I saw on social media that she was moving. So
wait, sorry.
Best of luck. Yeah,
that was bad.
There's sound coming through here.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
All right. And then also we have wait, what did he say? Hey friends.
Cat hair in my
She's
mouth.
very good. Okay, so is that? I guess that's the thing is I wasn't like I was trying to avoid being the stereotype, but I also would like to be like it's kind of like when you order off menu, you know what I mean? Like hit me to some things that, and that's the thing is it's not the fact of what was the white boy summer shit that we were just listening to? Chet Hayes.
Chet Hayes.
Oh my god, did you guys hear Chet Hayes' new song? Am I new to this? Am I on to new shit? Was I exposed to new shit currently at like?
Yeah, I think it was like last week.
Oh, okay. Well,
it wasn't long ago. Like that at least I saw it. That white boy summer was a thing, and then I saw a bunch of people like in Miami, and they're like, "It's white boy summer."
Chet Hanks. Actually, yeah.
Well,
you're
no,
right.
I think it is.
No,
is it Hanks?
Yeah, he switched it back.
Oh, okay.
Because
you know that.
He was something else. Yeah, Tom Hanks' son.
Yeah, I know who he is, but I didn't think he used Hanks.
Yeah, it was like the show I was listening to wanted, like, I think they were intending on making fun of it.
Yes.
And to be honest with you,
and then when we heard it, we were like, "Oh, there's
like this thing slaps. It's bopping. It's a
and then
slapper.
when he came in with the Jamaican accent,
I was like, "Yeah, do it. Come on now, woo!"
Oh my god, I cringe. I remember his dad was receiving some like lifetime achievement award at some award ceremony, and the whole family's there on the red carpet, and they're interviewing Chet, and he's got a Jamaican accent, and it's just like, oh god, it's so funny.
Wait, Chet Hanks in a national treasure to a trash fire? I don't get that.
You gotta watch him speaking
Jamaican. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm very familiar.
Yeah, it's so funny.
That's
so
the stuff
funny.
I am happy to like when he's doing an interview and he's just like, "Boo!" What was the thing? What was the thing he did with It was like when Donald Trump lost, and he's just like, "Donald Trump, you." He's just called. I don't know. I can't even remember. I can't even do a shitty impression of him doing it.
Yeah.
Like he's good at
he's real good.
If it is appropriation, hey, I apologize for just laughing. That, like, I just love it to death. I'm a fan of laughing at him, but in this case, I was ready to do that. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna, like, this song's probably gonna suck, and then he starts, what is it? Pussyclot. Yeah, it's like, it's kind of a thing. I don't even know why I'm not following him. I think that's the thing, is I got so much of a, like, from other people sharing the best of with me. It's kind of the same thing with Nuke.
Uh-huh.
Like he's sharing a bunch of other when I watch Nuke's Top 5 on YouTube and shit like that. He's sharing other channels like ghost
Yeah.
things, like ghost videos and stuff, but he's curating it.
Yeah.
Like he's going through and giving me a weekly top 5. I love it. Chris Williams here. The psych he gives. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it legitimately Chris William pounding off in the chat and Facebook. I appreciate it, Chris. That absolutely. When he's just like when he's like, yo, I just want to say, because doesn't he start it that way too? He's like, hey, I just wanted to say, best of luck to Donald Trump and blah blah blah. Psych, you pussy clut. And he just goes into, oh my god, dude, I can't even imagine if like I don't know what a pussy clot is.
I don't
I'm
know.
assuming the worst. That
That doesn't sound good.
he's meaning a periodical, if you know what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Gotcha.
Like a blood clot.
Yeah. Yep.
Um,
Gross.
yeah, it's really gross. Chris Williams, my baby. Hey, Cody's over.
Cody.
Cody's over on Instagram. I'm just letting you know. We got Cody and Chris, long lost lovers, pounding off in the chats.
He said Chris Williams is my baby.
Baby or BB.
BB.
I don't know how you people talk, but
you people.
but there's just like a love that I have for unironically. Like I was just loving the music.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I don't know.
Nice beat.
And I wanted to laugh at him the same way I was kind of laughing at him doing the, and I kind of, his dad's a comedic genius, right? We all know this.
Well, not just comedic.
Well,
I would
he's
say
a genius.
yeah.
And pretending to be other people.
Yeah.
Incredible, right? And also very charming.
Mm-hmm.
Very
he's like all American, like
love that guy.
Great guy.
His downfall is going to be terrible if it ever happens.
Yeah.
You know, if there's something that pulls out with Tom Hanks besides his son, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this guy, right? Chet Hanks, I think he's doing it for the laugh. Like, does he really, like, is it just a 100% commitment?
I think it's got to be really hard growing up as Tom Hanks' son. And I think it's done some damage.
No, not this much, but not like, okay.
So, I mean, he's not fully off his rocker, but just a little bit.
All right. I don't know if he's, but that's what I'm saying. My theory is I don't think he's off his rocker. Like, I think his rocker is well on the floor, and he has developed a character, Andy Kaufman-esque style.
But wasn't Andy Kaufman like kind of crazy?
Oh yeah, but still, but he was like a crazy genius.
Uh-huh.
I think his girlfriend / baby mama is Jamaican.
Oh, and now there's allegations that there's sexual assault.
No,
yeah, somebody, one person. It's right now. It's just one.
That's
but
terrible.
It was funny because he like posted fake news and like had that in the background.
I really
was like
hope
that didn't happen.
Is that for real?
Yeah.
Colin Hanks is doing just fine. Yeah.
Colin.
Tom Hanks is one of the most convincing word repeaters.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the thing. Is like he's very, very, and he kind of what was it the last person that we said this about I think ended up bad. So I'm hesitant to say, but wasn't fuck.
Yeah, this is the fake news. Oh, don't believe the fake news. Oh, we lit it. We lit. You feel the energy. Let's get it. White boy summer.
See, now I don't know which side to be on anymore.
Yeah, he's crazy.
But okay, so
he's very attractive too. I gotta say.
He?
He's very
she likes crazy trashy people. What can I say?
Just as broken as I am.
Yeah, I mean, really, and that's the thing is like, I will say, genuinely, you do have a very wide, net for what you're attracted to, and I do appreciate that because that's one of those things of like, I
don't have like a type.
Yeah. It's like one of those things of like it's personalities usually with you, and that's what makes me convinced that you actually do really love me as much as you say, because it's like, oh yeah, it's like if you're like, oh, you're sexy, it's like if she's like he's sexy, sure, he's good to look at, but if you can stand to be around that, you know what I mean?
Yes, yeah. I don't think he's good to look at. I don't think I
Oh,
could.
oh.
I
So
don't know that I could be with someone like
so it's
him.
not personality.
No, it is.
I'm
But like, I'm
confused.
just.
You're just like, thanks. That's enough. Now, shh. Lay down.
There are some. Whatever.
Hey, look, it's okay. It's okay. Hey, people do that sometimes. I guess I'm looking for a more deeper connection. Like I think me and Scarlett Johansson would connect on a deeper level. That's what I'm saying.
You know,
It's not always just looks.
someone has told me
What?
that I resemble her.
Really?
In my past, there's just some people randomly just say that.
I like it. Maybe that's it.
Maybe that's what it is.
Maybe you're my Scarlett.
Yeah.
Congrats to him for getting famous enough to have sexual misconduct allegations against him. Oh, I don't know though. Like, I don't.
That means you've made it, right?
No, I don't think it's necessarily that. It could just be a legit like that's the thing is I always just go with like, all right, let's just assume this is real. This is kind of the same thing with anytime I hear the N-word, I'm disturbed by it. Like I'm just like it's like, hey, like guys, let's try something else. Let's just say some other words. We don't have to say the N-word. You know what I mean? It's the same way. It's kind of like if there's an allegation, let's just go like, all right, well, if that's true, that's terrible. I'm not saying the number of allegations is what makes anything legitimate or who's doing it or the level of fame. I'm just saying like, I like the guy's song. Guy puts out a slap bopper. It's slapping, it's bopping. I'm loving it. White Boy Summer. I'm not really on that hashtag. Like, I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah, probably not.
We're focusing a lot more or let's say a lot of the focus is kind of going back towards racism on the streets again. The hate, we got the Asian hate that's been built up since the Wuhan thing, and then we have the that I just watched that video of the sergeant or the drill instructor or something like that was yelling at the kid in his or the young man. Sorry, I don't know who it is.
Yep.
I don't know his age. It was an older white gentleman with a shaved head, like kind of like looked like a suburban dude, like a suburban daddy,
military, like your stereotypical.
Well, just like a tall, like, and then like the young man walking through the neighborhood, and and then like saying like, it's kind of those things where like, just common sense, even if you are a piece of shit, like he's saying all of the stereotypical piece of shit thing, like even a piece of shit, like it's hack piece of shit stuff.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like it's like him saying like literally shit like, you're in the wrong neighborhood, get out. What are you doing here? What like all that shit, like all the shit that's like, he goes, where do you live? What's your address? And he goes, he's like, where do you live? What's your address? He's like, it's none of your business. It's like,
yeah, you're right.
Why aren't we past this? Like, I don't understand that. And I understand that the ignorance kind of thing, I don't know where exactly. It's like, there's no, like, I've seen it so many fucking times. And like, I've heard the allegation shit all the time. Like, what the fuck, man? What's going on? Why can't people just not? I guess that's the thing. Is like,
we be friends?
No, it's not. It's not that. It's why can't you be more self-aware? Like, there's people that are because that's the thing is like, even something like my assumption about the spitting and swallowing, something like that, kind of is also like kind of my assumption of like, it's not that, oh, if I'm not seeing it, it's not happening. I'm just saying that like the times we see it are the worst of it, and we can only assume that it kind of, not that it gets better, but there's a percentage like this, but then also there's a percentage that's like okay. Do you know what I mean? Like that. And the more you see examples of the bad, the more it's convincing people. I'm aware that that's not happening all the time. It pisses me off because it's like,
I think it happens more times than you'd think it would happen.
I'm aware of that. Like, I'm aware that there's a healthy amount that happens.
Yeah.
But I would like to assume also that there's better instances where people aren't like, like people start to like that, you like, not that you're not that person. What do we always say? That you don't have to change who you are, but just how you react to it.
Yeah.
So like, I've looked plenty of times out the back door and I've seen people like like kids playing in our driveway or something like that, and I'm just like, I'm like, well, I wonder what the fuck, and I'm like, doesn't they're just fucking doing
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Like
Mm.
it's like one of those things of like not that I think what are those black kids doing, because I never, it's just the thing of like there's people where we have our stuff, you know what I
Yeah.
mean, or where we put our stuff. That's the only thing, and I understand that fear or that thing of like, but like be in the moment a little bit more when you're like grilling this guy. And then the thing with the addresses, like I feel like it should have like de-escalated there. Like if we are becoming better by seeing these things and like experiencing these things, like we have to assume that like it's not that it's never going to happen. It's just that either it can end differently or it can go better. Do you know what I mean? Like we can learn from it truly, if like, not that you're not going to have that feeling of like, because hey, there's a person that you don't normally see apparently in your neighborhood and you're wondering what they're doing.
Yeah.
You know, like I get that. Okay. But then also like think about it. Just think real quick, what business is it of yours? Like,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? Like if you're truly suspicious, and then also ask, why are you so suspicious? Like go, why did I ask that about that? Why is it okay to feel that way? And I feel like that kind of shit is like it's not that I hate that it always becomes like a hashtag or something like that, or that or like it gets minimalized, or like people start choosing sides. Like it's a case by case basis. People are people.
Mm-hmm.
People have different jobs. You know what I mean? Like there's a kind of thing, but in this case, this is the shit that really bugs me a lot of times. And I really didn't want to like go right. I didn't want to just talk about like, you know, the fucking lady who pulled her fucking taser out, or was saying that she was going for a taser and like, oops, I thought it was a taser, I shot. Like yeah, maybe, but also like that just also still means you're just bad at your job.
Right.
Like
You can't be bad at your
you
job.
can't be
You're
bad at, I'm
yeah.
sorry.
You cannot be bad at your job.
It's not that you can't make mistakes, it's that
Right.
you can't be bad at your job. I
Yeah.
think if you go whoops,
But here's the
and
thing.
that's a
So
blind judgment.
you make the mistake.
Yeah.
Okay, I made a mistake. It was a very bad mistake. You are held accountable for your actions.
Mhm.
Doesn't make you because we don't know this person. I don't know that that was done on purpose or whatever. We won't know that. But now this is the consequences to your mistake. That was a ginormous mistake that somebody lost their life.
Yeah.
And now you are I don't know, I guess automatic it's manslaughter and you need to go to jail for that.
Yeah.
Like hey, sorry, that sucks.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not sorry. It's a, you know, it's one of those things that.
But I just feel like it's I don't know, it's kind of cut and dry. Like
Yeah, if that's the case, yeah, it no matter what, there's always, it's my whole theory with the Casey Anthony thing, when it was like, even your excuse, your story is like, oops, my baby accidentally died, so I threw her in the trunk. Like, how is that?
yeah,
Like, why don't people don't go to jail for that? Like that's fucking
obviously
bad.
they don't go to jail.
So that's what I'm saying. It's like there's situations where like even your story is so. I don't I it's been like, that's why I don't like to comment on a lot of these things. But like today when I was searching, like I normally kind of try to like scroll through. I have a general idea of like what I'd like to talk about.
Yeah.
Usually if I have somebody with me,
Mhm.
it's a lot looser,
Right.
obviously. But like I was like, do I want to talk about it? Because it's like this, it's the same talk. Like like
Yeah.
it's the same thing of like, this isn't your neighborhood. You bought that house. That's your house. If somebody's walking around your house, yeah, tell them, hey, what the fuck are you doing here? You're my fucking house.
What can I help you with?
What can I help you with, buddy? You're not supposed to be here, because you would be 100%. But if they're walking in your neighborhood, it's not your neighborhood.
Yeah.
It's not like, that's like that is so cut and dry to me. The Trayvon thing. Like I don't understand why, like I don't know why people aren't still, you know, people do the arrest Breonna Taylor's killer, Breonna, and like why aren't we still going after George Zimmerman? Like, that's like, no matter what, like, that was a situation where it's like, you don't work here. This isn't yours. This isn't your place. Your place is there. If anything happens to that, cool. Handle it.
Yeah.
Do whatever, but you're coming out here, and that's without me. I'm trying my hardest not to put the same, like, kind of like like, and I don't mean this. I don't mean this as a criticism, Cody, but like he says, that lady is full of shit. That, like, maybe not. I don't. I have no idea. I honestly have done no research. I just know that is the story. Is
Right.
a lady cop said that she was going for her taser and accidentally says she accidentally got her gun and shot a guy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand how you don't feel the weight when you pull it out. Like,
well, yeah, they
either
showed
way.
that too. Like when you look at each, like when you're looking at it,
Right.
it's clearly different.
That's and that's what I'm saying. That's
but yeah,
whatever.
like you said, like.
But the other situation, like when I was scrolling through trying to find shit to talk about, that kept popping up, and I was just like, "What? Okay, what is this?" And it was this fucking guy, and I try not to put my own opinion of, like, I don't want to, like, generalize about this guy. I know he's, hey, how's it going, buddy? Hat Pat's back. Yeah, that's right. Hat Pat back. I just want to say, like, in the situations where it's like one dude in it, like the same thing with the jogger in Georgia that was like chased down by two dudes that were like, there's been some robberies in the neighborhood. Thanks, outlaw. You're not the law. This isn't your neighborhood as much as it's anybody else's. You asking them, and it could have been if you were just a little bit more self-aware and you actually were a little bit more like, I don't know, considerate. Like, considerate. It's just being considerate of other people. What are you asking of someone that they immediately ask of you, and then you go, that's ridiculous. Why would I ever tell you my address? Like, what are you asking for? Because I don't recognize you. It's this and unfortunately, this is why I don't feel confident saying that I'm somebody who can, because I also get almost this outraged about seeing someone double parked. I see someone with their four ways on and they're just sitting there, and I'm like, oh,
okay, you cannot
you want to
compare
stop
those
there.
two things.
No,
That is
you're
not.
right. No. That's
those
what I'm
are
saying.
Two different things.
But that's what I'm saying is
Yes.
I have the same, because it's a level of weird.
It's just disrespect.
It's
and
a weird self-absorbed selfishness of like, this is my neighborhood and I don't know who you are, so you need to tell me who you are, or you need to get out.
Yeah.
Who the
fuck? Double standard.
Who the fuck are you?
But that's America right now. It's that constant double standard,
right.
and that's the thing that everyone is. Well, no, I wouldn't say everyone, but majority of people are going like, oh wow, like there is a double standard, and it's blatant. Like when you see those videos, or you see, like, you're like, oh yeah, like
as soon as I'm saying
it's very obvious.
if I'm having, like I said, I'm not saying that I'm not going to be somebody who would ever have an argument that somebody would pull a phone out to film. Like, there might be a situation because I look like a guy who would go, this is my neighborhood, blah blah blah. Unfortunately, I fit that stereotype. I'm sorry, like, that's one of those things. I'm like, I can't do
Why
anything
do you
about
fit that stereotype?
I feel like, as like white guy with beard, that either is going to be wearing a fucking assault rifle on his back, like going like, we're here to protect the neighborhood from rioters, like, shit like that. Or like, I just don't, but I don't have that kind of feeling. Do you know what I mean? Because I know that if I'm just like if I ever ask, what am I doing asking a stranger what their address is or what their name is or what they're like, that's none of my fucking business. Mm-hmm. None of my fucking business. I'm not an official of any sort.
Yeah.
I don't, you know what I mean? Like, if they're trying to come into my house, yeah, then I'm going to go like, well, what the fuck are you doing? Who the fuck are you? Actually, I don't even know why the who are you, where do you live thing comes up. It's just the, what the fuck are you doing trying to get in my house? Get out of here. Mm-hmm. Go on now. Go somewhere else, please. Or do you need help? Like, I like, it's never.
Because that happened to my sister. She thinks somebody put something in her drink.
Yeah.
Because this is years ago. She got really drunk and she blacked out, but she had only had, well, I should say that she blacked out. She had only had, she was drinking. I don't really know how much, but it wasn't like an excessive amount that she, it's something, however, let's say she had 4 beers or 4 drinks. And she had never blacked out before. And she ended up going into somebody else's house that she thought was hers.
Yeah.
And thank goodness, and she walked into the people's bedroom. Like there was people sleeping. She walked into the bedroom.
Oh, right.
And they didn't do. They were just like, "Are you okay?" What like they could tell she was definitely out of it. And thank goodness they didn't have a gun and like just start shooting or something. They called the police and it was a whole big thing. But it's you got to be careful because like, why are you in my house? Like if you just automatically start shooting and then it's like, oh my god, this person was just confused and in danger. But I remember when I found out that happened to my sister, I was like, oh my god, like you could have died if you'd gone into the wrong house and they had a gun.
And that's the thing is and I just want to read this just to make sure that Cody says, I'll amend my statement based on the limited research I did. I believe that lady is probably full of shit. Full of shit, but you're right. It doesn't matter either way, accident or not, she killed someone.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You
And John says, John Montag is also pounding off here. He's here, by the way, in the chat. He says, so basically, if you can't determine the difference between a taser and a gun in the heat of the moment, which I totally wouldn't be able to do, then you probably shouldn't be a cop.
Yeah.
And Cody agrees, as well as do I. And John also adds, yeah, Pat has NRA face. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just have the, I can't sell it to you here. See me at this gun show. You know what I mean? Like I have that kind of flea market weapons dealer. That's I don't, and I have no interest.
No,
in
you
it.
Have all your teeth. I don't think so.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think you have that face.
And I have all my weapons right here, brother. I just think that I think there's a level, and that's the thing is because once you start adding your own, and I agree with you, Cody, and I wasn't trying to like shame or minimize. Like I know that he's more considerate than that. Yeah. He was just kind of.
It's just a situation that you can't when somebody says I was confused or like I grabbed the wrong thing. Like you can't argue that in a sense. It just it's you pay for your consequences. Like I don't care if it was an accident or not. And you now lose your job and you go to jail.
And there's a part to with neighborhood guy as well, that there's like a level of like there's a level
with him, like
well,
that
with me, I'm saying
the
reason like I think it gets me so upset, and I'm trying not to just add my personal like ire to it, is because I just think there's a level of like, who the fuck are you kind of thing, like, you know what I mean? And then I get that level of anger and it makes me want to get involved but then I'm the person that goes like, who are you to police every, then it just becomes, who are you, like all this thing. And that's what I'm saying but it started with this, and it's like, it's so unjustified to say like, for, you have to, give me your credentials. You have to show me that you belong here, like kind of thing of like,
we all belong here, dude.
Because that's the thing. It's like we've learned that necessarily that thought of like, oh, they're moving in. They're here. Maybe was ingrained somehow.
Has anyone watched Them?
I haven't seen it yet.
Out there in the ether.
I'm sure Chris has. I'd probably Cody as well. Ron, actually, Big Preem says, I have a concealed carry. I literally never carry. I just did it for kicks and giggles. Well, I mean, that's the thing.
It's I don't.
It's one of those things that like why not have it? Like why not?
Like
it's the same way.
Just be responsible.
What's his face? Bill Burr kind of brought up the fact that like why he wanted to learn how to fly a helicopter was because like he was like, well, first of all, if shit goes down, I want to know I can get out.
Yeah, like, especially in LA, like
I can
shit goes down
and then go. Like I don't have to take off. There's no like anything like and it's pretty universal, like the knowledge of it. Like you can kind of take it. So like he's and he wanted, like, it's the same thing. Like why not learn a skill?
It's
like
a good skill. Yeah. I mean, it may be something that you never need to utilize.
The lack of distinct accent also makes you not a flea market mercenary. Okay, well, yeah, I understand that. See, what you got to do here, you got to get the bump stock. You want to get the bump stock here, because you don't want to run out when there's just one more cop. I mean, government agent. I mean, protester. I mean, riot. Like it's one of those things that like if
Our favorite flea market closed in Florida.
yeah, man, where I used to get
Wagon
all
wheel.
my brass
It was
knuckles and
so
butterfly
awesome.
knives.
Stickers. I used to get like the diaper bag purses,
Yep.
sunglasses.
Fucking sweet ass hat. They would have very like
You could
every
buy
time I would
puppies
go
there.
there.
I mean, I wouldn't, but you could.
I wouldn't buy puppies there. Those puppies were probably very dehydrated.
What did they call? They had like a blooming onion. What was it called?
Onion blossom.
Onion blossom. Yeah, yeah,
Not
yeah. We would get it. Yeah.
Not registered trademark here. Oh, no.
And then they had like a cart that was breakfast. They
Oh.
had eggs, bake, like all of it, pancakes, like biscuits, everything.
I don't know what I miss more.
The food was so good there.
I miss doing comedy so much, right?
Mm-hmm.
On the road and stuff like that. Like I like doing comedy at mics and everything. It's different. Everybody knows it's different.
Yeah.
Like doing it other places, new places, right?
Mm-hmm.
And but I don't know if I miss that the most or if I miss the thing with the fact that every place I would go, I would Google mall or flea market.
Mm-hmm.
And both times, like just to wait, because there's nothing to do really, like unless it was that or also trampoline house. But then once I've seen so many patella tendon injuries with older
you're
people,
like, I'm not doing that.
I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not doing fucking trampoline houses anymore. I'll find a place to roll jujitsu or something now that I'm vaccinated. But jujitsu, flea market, or mall, like that's basically my favorite things to like anywhere I go. So thrift store is a good alternate if they don't have good flea markets, but like a good flea market. And Wagon Wheel, straight up,
it was awesome.
Literally something we went to yearly.
Every time we went visited Florida, we would go, and when we lived there, we went pretty frequently.
At least,
I mean, not every weekend.
Whenever people would visit, for sure, and then
we would always go, yeah.
but also just every once in a while, it's like, what do you want to do? Let's go walk.
Yeah, if we had a Saturday, if I had a Saturday or Sunday off, because you usually were off unless you were on call.
I'm gonna go pee.
Okay,
you got it.
And yeah, oh
flea
God,
market
here
talk.
we go. Here we go.
Talk to my wife about flea markets, guys.
And then, yes, we would randomly go. They have all kinds of stuff. I remember they had a MAC makeup booth. That was the jam. I used to buy tons of makeup. And then I'm like, where do you get this? Like, how am I getting this eyeshadow for like $6 when it's normally like 24? And I never got a straight answer. But then they disappeared. So they probably got in trouble. The other thing that we would get at the flea market is jerseys. So they would have obviously like all kinds of Tampa stuff. But they would have all sports, really cool stuff. I don't know if it was official. I know one place they were like, we've got some in the back. You just can't tell anybody. They could get like shut down by what are they called? I don't know. I can't remember. Like official people from like the NFL like would come through and just make sure they were legit. I don't know. I'm not sure what the logistics of all that stuff is, but you could get jerseys cheap. Cornhole bags, lots. All kinds of sports teams, themed stuff. What else? John says the Green Dragon Flea Market down in Ephrata is a great time. Ooh, that sounds real fun. Green Dragon, let's do that.
Is that any relation to the Red Dragon?
What are you doing tomorrow?
Me?
Yeah.
Work till
I forgot.
Probably till like 12 though.
Ephrata's like what, a half hour away? 45 minutes?
I have no idea.
We should do that.
There was I just thought of like the thing that I'm kicking myself over. It is. That's what Chris says.
It is.
There is
Oh, so I was telling them about we would also get like a sports gear.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say.
So remember, I'm pretty sure it might have been Ohio, but I'm pretty sure it was when we were or in Florida when they were like, we have some jerseys, but we have them in the back. So what like is it they were official, but or were they knockoffs? Like what was because he said like people would come through and like shut them down. Who was that?
Remember. I think that was in Ohio because
I think it might have been Ohio.
Because that was the one where you ended up getting the Henry jersey. Remember the guy that died, like fell off
Mhm.
the back of the truck?
No, I thought we got that at a. Did we get that there?
I think that was in Cincinnati because I think that's what it was like he's like, oh, I got some official ones, but maybe it was like, hey, these I stole these from his house, so we.
Yeah, I can't remember the logistics of it, but it kind of felt like
Chris says the Green Dragon Flea Market is book. I'm assuming that means good.
yeah.
Or maybe that's just a really crazy autocorrect. but
It's fuck.
but there's like a level of kind of like sadness that I have that a lot of, at least the ones that, because I know I've taken the card a couple times, but they always had a thing because the my favorite like stands at the flea market were always in the same spots. Like
Yeah.
they never changed. And if they went away, they just went away. But they didn't like change a lot of times. They didn't change positions. So like I feel like it's short for Buck Wild.
Oh,
Oh,
okay,
okay.
okay.
Then yes, we're game. But like every time we would go to that, like so there would I would always have my hat guy.
Yep.
Like that was like it. He'd have a ton of choices, but always one or two like perfect gems, like the Mitchell and Ness
Yes.
throwback
Yeah,
NHL.
you did always find
every year.
yeah.
I found one. I got my Quebec Nordiques hat there. I got
Yeah,
my
there
old
was lots of
Vancouver
throwbacks.
Canucks. Like, oh my god. Mwah. And then like now that they have the reverse retro shit, that's gonna be my guy. I was gonna spend all my fucking clothing budget.
Well, I will.
Right there.
I mean,
on hats.
They would sell stuff online too, but
that's what I'm saying is every time we would go to the flea market, they'd go like, "Here, take my card. You can," because they would say like, "We come from PA and we love coming back, and we grew up here. We love coming here." And he'd go like, "Go, visit our online store." And we're like, "No, you'll always be here."
Yeah.
The Mac lady though, she was full of shit. Wasn't she? Didn't you get a card from her? And then like the next time we went back, she had vanished.
Yeah, I think she was probably there for maybe a couple months because Emily and I used to go. And then she like disappeared.
The flea market.
That's really strange. It's only open on Fridays. The Green Dragon.
That's fucking flea markets for you, man.
Because the wagon wheel was Friday, Saturday, Sunday, wasn't it? Or was it just Saturday, Sunday?
I think they started Thursday. Like there was like because they opened up like a farmer's market in the front.
Oh, you're right.
Which was just basically the same.
Oh yeah,
people
there
that
used
were
to be like
the
country music.
Yeah, it would.
And
be
they had like live
that karaoke
country.
lady. Remember the karaoke lady?
Yep.
Man, it was terrible. And the food court thing. But that's the thing is like it wasn't all amazing.
No, it was just a good time. Walk around, it was huge. Like they had like one that you're under, like it's like covering. Yeah. It's not indoor, it's still open, but at least there's covering. And then they had outdoor, and that was kind of like a yard sale. That was kind of like you would still walk up and down the aisles through it. On that side, and on the other side was the farmer's market.
That's my favorite thing about like there was an episode of South Park where they kind of did that. John says the flea market we used to go to in New Jersey was great for secret weapons. You would ask the guy in the doll store for a paperweight, and he would open up his briefcase. I'm just giving him one there.
Yeah.
Briefcase because it was probably a duffel bag, and full of brass knuckles.
Wow.
So that's the thing with they did it on South Park where the kids went to like a flea market or something like that and bought like samurai swords and nunchucks and shit. That is not an exaggeration. I'm not joking that that is every year, because they would also sell to you even if you're a kid. This is like Gun Show Junior. You know what I mean? Like this is.
And you bought CBD oil from there, which I was like, why are you doing this?
I was a fool. Okay?
And
I bring that up multiple times about the last time my head got slapped and how I will never let that happen again. But there was definitely a secret weapon aspect to the flea market. So you go and you say, I bought a steady dose of brass knucks and or butterfly knives were two things that were. Switchblades were also there, but I never bought a switchblade. They were only because of price. But I was a Boy Scout. I was trained in using pocket knives, like a where you can close it and it locks and all that shit. Like these butterfly knives, I wanted to borrow Chris's term here. I wanted to go buck with a butterfly knife.
Butter knife.
I want a buckerfly knife. That's what I want. I was getting buckerfly knives. I was going, bra, bra,
bra, bra.
bro. pussy clut. It was white, dude. It was white boy summer every summer at the Wagon Wheel Flea Market. I'll tell
Yeah.
you what, I was going wild buying nunchucks, ninja stars. That's where a lot of Nick's sword collection. My brother does collect swords, and we do know this. Nick, if you're listening or watching, you need to know that I want you to yawn.
Yawn radio.
Yawn, Nicholas. Thank you. Shout out to Chris as well.
Yes.
Uh, there's a level to the danger of it. It was also an incense dealer. That's where I got a lot of my scents. Anything that, basically anything they're not going to ID you for.
Mm-hmm.
You want to buy, except for cigarettes. I never bought like alcohol or cigarettes from there.
Mm-mm.
I don't know if they would. I'm assuming if you were in the, it probably works in text as well. If he reads that, it's going to work.
Yeah.
Chris. But there's a level of.
All right, my turn to pee.
All right, have fun. So guys, the flea market. No, all right. There's a level of danger to the flea market. I mean, wait, John says, I mean, isn't Florida just year-round white boy summer? Yeah, pretty much. I mean, sometimes it's kind of fall, you know. It gets a little nice around our winter time is like northern spring or fall. So it's either like a spectrum of hot that is just balls stick to your leg disgusting to like it's pretty nice out. It's a dry heat today. Very limited on the dry heat, or just the worst place that you could ever imagine. And not even in the cold, like we're like it would be hoodie winter. That's basically as cold as it gets in Florida is like hoodies. But it's always, and that was always my favorite thing with the flea market, that even as I was getting older, or as we were getting older and stuff like that, we would go to the part where they are selling like fruits and vegetables and stuff like that, and actually do some shopping, like actual grocery shopping at the flea market. They also had like kettle corn, like it wasn't a fair like type environment, but they did have some of those elements, but it was like a legit pretty steady food court. They had like Chinese food, they had pizza, sandwiches and burgers and shit like that. And then also like I think even you're again, every place you go to where we grew up, like food court wise, you're probably going to have a euro option from a Greek person. Up here is one of the hardest things we grew up around a big Greek community. I feel like we talk about euros every time because it's always lunchtime. It's 12 o'clock. It's time to eat. I still got another hour of show. Hopefully Dom comes back from peeing, you know. She's down there peeing down here. Pee clock. Pussy clock. Oh, I hear her now. I think this is her. Oh, we're getting a live feed from. Yeah, she's almost done. Shake it off. But I just love the fact that it wasn't like it was consistency in like amidst chaos kind of thing. That was my favorite thing about that, and it did sum it up. Like that's the thing that I like about flea markets. Malls are a good substitute, and that's why it would have to be either flea markets or malls whenever I would travel to a new place. But because every time it's the same crowd essentially, and it's the same idea of you're getting a general idea of uh the citizens of the area. You're getting and that was the Wagon Wheel Flea Market to a T. There's that cool Cajun restaurant right next door. That was the first time I ever had frog legs. Went in there, got some frog leg.
What was it called? The Bayou?
Yeah, it was.
And it was on the water. I mean, obviously it's in Florida.
I don't know if it was a bayou.
No, it wasn't a bayou.
What is the bayou?
Couldn't tell you.
We just found out what Interpol was last night when we finished the certain. And Charles isn't here again. Another time where I wanted to talk about the serpent. My new favorite serial killer. He's my new fave. But turns out, you know how I was talking about on the last episode? Like, it's really interesting to find out like the different dynamics and how serial killers are different. And like you find out at the end, I'm not going to give anything really away. I'm sure everybody's probably already seen it all anyway. But like he kind of is. It kind of is consistent. It's kind of comforting to know. a consistent pattern of like serial killers.
What? Yeah, yeah.
Like at least the underlying thing of it. You
Yep.
know? Bayou. What is a bayou? Oh, definition. All right. In the southern U.S., a marshy outlet or a lake or a river.
So then, yeah, I guess it was.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't realize. I thought it had to be like specific to
slow moving creek or a swampy section of a river, or so just basically shallow water and
Right, yeah.
shitty water. Okay, great. Peaceful Bayou is just outside New Orleans, Florida. I don't know, a bayou and a slow moving creek, a swampy section of a. Oh, they're just repeating it.
Bayous are often associated with the southeastern part of the United States. So Florida would be in that.
Why is it called a bayou? The word entered American English via Louisiana French in Louisiana, and is thought to originate in the Choctaw word by bayuk, which means small stream. Okay.
Interesting.
I'm going to call it the Bayuk restaurant.
Bayuk.
But when we were when we were visiting, Dom sick pee fart. I was playing him we had a live feed in the bathroom. This was you.
Yeah.
Yeah. She nailed it. But there was a the mall Tyrone, I feel like Tyrone Square Mall or whatever. That is less, I feel like less represented. It's more of like, here's our layout of the same stores. You know, it's a lot of the same stores and stuff like that in Tyrone Square. I enjoy it.
And what do you mean really a lot of the same stores?
That you would see in any mall.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you go
it's
in
a mall. Yeah, yeah.
But I like a flea market has
right.
It does have the same elements, but it also has like they're different.
They're
like again,
way more enjoyable than a regular mall.
Like in Florida, we would just have to go up to the brass knuckle guy and go that one, and he'd go, "Here you go," and he's like, "Feel good? You want to try another one on?" Like it was like a jeweler. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like whereas John was like, "Hey, the eagle sleeps at midnight," and then he winks, and then they go like, and then you have to give 2 knocks on the table, and then you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it wasn't like a bookcase flew open or anything. We had our weapons all just laying there. She's back. Casey says she's back, and always happy to see Dominique. Hell yeah!
Thank you. I'm always happy to be here.
Pounding off on Facebook. Too. Appreciate it. Again, happy moving day.
Where are you moving? Are you moving in with Mike?
Is that like I mean, she's got a kid and everything.
Oh, I don't know.
That dog is.
Oh, that's true. I don't know if I'd let my kid around to the dog.
I don't know. I mean, like, shout out to Mel for being loved and loving certain people, but like that dog
people.
That dog is very interesting.
Yeah.
He does not like me.
No.
Doesn't like a lot of people that he doesn't know. That's what I'm saying. Is like a kid a lot of times. Right. I mean, Tasha, our sweet puppy, would that we had growing up, would nip at kids every once in a while. You know.
Yeah.
I would be a little nervous. That's all. But maybe, who knows? Hey, no, she's over there.
She's in E-Town.
But nice.
Will
yeah.
never meet Mel. Good.
Okay.
Good. Yeah.
It's just one of those things.
Sound decision.
Mike has a kid too. Yeah.
Manny. Yes.
Yeah. That's a good point, John.
Yeah.
Good point. But yeah, I would appreciate, so if the Red Dragon's open today. So
Green Dragon?
What did I say?
You said Red Dragon.
Red Dragon's open every day.
Every day.
Have you seen the Red Dragon? No, let's see. Hold on, let me look it up.
What are you looking up?
Let's try to go. Let's go eat there. Let's go have lunch at the Red Dragon or Green.
God
damn it.
Well, guys, I'm getting my first shot today.
Oh yeah.
That's at 3, so we probably can't do that.
Is it the Red Dragon?
No.
Is the Green Dragon closed?
Ooh, it has a pub and that's permanent. That's permanently closed. Yeah, you have to say
Green Dragon Farmers?
No, just say
open
Green
every Friday.
Dragon.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, operating year round and Good Friday.
What? Got mine at 10:15. Hell yeah. Nice. Green Dragon Flea Market, right?
Yeah, I would say that and then Ephrata. Yep, there it is.
All right.
Happy shot day.
Go ahead and talk. What are they saying?
Happy shot day.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm excited. Somebody said that I don't know what I'm gonna get. Probably Moderna. That's the one you got.
They didn't say?
No, it's I think I got to choose. I don't know.
Oh, you get to choose?
I don't know. It shows both options in the email. Well, I'm not sure. I just made an appointment and I'm just gonna show up and then they'll tell me what to do.
Ugh. Find marijuana dispensaries. What the hell is this about?
John says it's legit the only reason I ever go to Ephrata.
What? This is so funny. This gives me. I went to Green Dragon Flea Market, shopping
You went
and
to
retail.
their Facebook.
Facebook, and it says, and when I hit the link, it's weed maps.
Nice.
Why is it giving me weed maps?
I don't know.
I'm gonna go to about.
Tell ya.
Okay. Yeah, it's just weed. It just goes to weed maps every time I try to find information about the.
I mean, that's useful information as well.
I guess so. Flea market,
so.
Ephrata, right here.
But I'm yeah, so I don't know which one I'm gonna get, but somebody said that people that have had COVID or that they get really bad side effects from the vaccine.
Which one? All of them?
All of them. I mean, I don't think I've had it, but what if I did?
Oh, 8 a.m. till 8 p.m. Every Friday.
Every Friday, including holidays.
Yeah. Wow. All right. Well, there you go.
Maybe next Friday.
Is the Green Dragon? No, we're going. That's where you're getting your shot.
No, I'm going to Carlisle to get my shot.
No, we're getting your shot here at this one right here. We're going to go to the market and auction. Got it?
No.
Yeah. You're getting Johnson & Johnson. That's what we're getting. I mean, why do you think they call it the Green Dragon? Yeah, that makes sense. I had COVID and didn't have bad side effects. So he got it as well
from the vaccine.
Okay.
Yeah. Good. Okay, cool. Which one did you get?
I got me. I got Moderna.
I know you got Moderna. And then Ian, which one did you get? Because he said he got his today.
Yeah. I don't know. That would be why not? We'll just do both.
Flea market vaccines.
Yeah, it's perfect. No. And you don't get the side effects from the first one. You get the side effects from the second one.
Yeah.
So today you'll get the shot, then we'll go to the flea market, or we'll go to the flea market, then we'll get the shot, then we'll go back to the flea market. Right? You may have to go to the doctor.
That's on the other side of town. That's a lot.
I still don't have senses. COVID took all my joy.
No.
I'm wasting away. I've lost 9 pounds since I popped positive March 3rd. Wow, holy shit.
The COVID diet.
You got Pfizer. John got Pfizer. I was supposed to get J&J, but after the CDC recommended to stop giving it, mine got switched to Moderna. That's another kind of scary thing, I guess, is like Johnson & Johnson was just like, they have to. Have to see how it goes.
At first, I thought it was so stupid. I was like, they gave 7 million doses. 6 people got blood clots, and they took it off
pussy
the market.
Clots. They got pussy clots.
And I was like, come on, like that's ridiculous. But then, I read like, hey, this is what this looks like. Like everybody is seeing these trials of the vaccines in real time, whereas usually when this happens, it's behind the scenes. Like then they put it out to the public. And I was like, oh, that's a good perspective. And then I was like, oh, that's actually good because out of 7 million, there were 6 and they took it off. Yeah. So that because what if they didn't? You know what I mean? Yeah. And then it's like, I was like, okay, I get it.
Is there a way to, because that's the thing that I think that's aside from a patella tendon, sinkholes, structural integrity, and a couple other things, grasshoppers as well. One of my other biggest fears is the fact that is like a blood clot kind of thing, because it's like
you don't know it.
You just it just could be like.
But if you're gonna go, that's a pretty good way to go. You won't know it. You don't suffer.
It doesn't even have a nice name. Like heart attack sounds like you were attacked by your body. A blood clot just sounds like you're like kind of had like you just blockage.
Yeah.
Blood clot. Pussy clot. I don't know. I'm feeling sluggish, but it could just be me feeling fat and lazy. Well, yeah, could be. Could be the fact that you had a busy day already, Ian. got up, you went and got shot full of medicine, and then honestly, that's kind of a near death experience, right?
Yeah, I
If you
mean,
were scheduled for, like, that's basically like having a ticket for there was something I was when I was searching through trying to find topics for today. I was looking through, and there was a post about like 911 operators that their boss tried to get them, like, wanted to get them. They're basically, instead of a cake, they got 911 shaped donuts, but
okay.
they just opened one of the box first, and it just kind of looked like a dick. And they're like, oh, and then they put it together. Oh, 911. Okay. But when I first saw the post, I was like, wait, did they get giant donuts baked and glazed to celebrate 9/11?
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah,
that's what I would be if I was the baker. I'd be like, what are you doing? Like,
yeah.
but I think they were like, I manage a 911 operator.
Yeah.
We're getting them gigantic donuts. 3 gigantic
Well, you cut
donuts.
them up, and everybody,
Just get donuts. And then go 9/11 or 911. See, they didn't even there was no dash or anything, but I just kept going like, why did they do
There
that?
would, yeah, there would be a dash if it was 9/11.
I
But
just
911, there's no
a
dash.
lot of years separated from the day, but I mean, you still wouldn't celebrate that way. Still should be somber, right?
Yeah.
No donuts
Never
made.
forget.
No donuts, except for, for any of the police. I didn't have any side effects from the second shot. Good job, John. I'm feeling sluggish, lazy, good. Went to work for 4 hours before the shot, too. Okay, yeah, that's probably it. You just woke up early. Get some coffee and some 9/11 donuts. Installing cell antennas on the roof of new hospitals in Enola.
Mm,
Interesting.
interesting.
That's a crazy thing to do after getting, like, did you wait at least the 15 minute? They usually make you wait.
You have to, yeah.
So whatever your 15, like, you'll have your thing, you'll
You
go
have to
get your
sit there for
shot,
15
and then you have to
minutes.
wait 15 minutes. So, but still, to go on top, to say like, oh, I kind of feel woozy or dizzy, I want to go on a rooftop. Cell antennas on top of a roof. So I wonder if it's like, are you part of the 5G conspiracy, or are you just is that just your job? Are you exposing that you're Illuminati right now, Ian? Ian Strong from Strong Words with Ian Strong. Make sure you're checking out that podcast. Audio only wherever you get your podcast. And if you want, you can get audio only versions of this podcast. The link for the new feed, multiple links are in the description of this video and or audio. If you're already listening, you can catch video at Baby Mermaid Productions YouTube page, where you can also catch episodes of Falls Count Anywhere. There is audio only of those some bitches as well as Proper Ebonics, 6 a.m. hacks, so on. Some of my stand up, I think, is there. I can't remember if I took it off unlisted or not. What else? There might be some. I think there. I can't remember if I put the Dom got a hole in one doing putt putt, and I got it on video. But I would have to credit the good luck to the fart that I completely nailed.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Right before she sunk that putt. So there was. I don't know if that video is up there, but I could probably post that. Whoa! I almost knocked my coffee over. What else?
That would have been bad.
So just go there, subscribe, like, review to both of our podcasts, please. Plus,
please,
Pat is going to be on the show 1 week from Monday. I forgot. Yeah, we are recording Monday, right here. So it'll be on the 25th. That was Sunday, by the way. Whoops.
And
no.
he went home after the shot. So he went to work, then went and got the shot,
Okay.
and then went home.
Good. Just to be sure.
Just to be on the safe side.
Did you have some breakfast? Ian was also sharing with me, and I want to give an update. Ian went out and got some cereal. He went out and got
what
some cereal.
cereal?
I think his jam was actually, he sent me a picture. There is, I will give an update quickly of the fact that oatmeal cream pie cereal, Cracklin Oat brand, with raspberries, pictured with raspberries. Who the fuck puts raspberries on their cereal?
Yeah, no.
That came out good in both
Too
of those.
expensive.
Look at that. You can see it in both. No, I didn't. I just went down to the cereal aisle. Oh, he went down the cereal aisle. Okay. See, he was doing the same thing. So then I sent him back this update on also cereals maybe that Pat should try. Fucking Dunkaroos. Look at that. Can't even focus on it. Dunkaroos. I sent you this picture. I sent Ian this picture when he sent me the Cracklin Oat brand. I obviously read his messages wrong. I thought he was saying that he was back on the cereal train, but obviously he is still a traitor to the cereal brands and all of their glory. But I highly suggest trying the oatmeal cream pie cereal. Doesn't taste like the actual snack cakes necessarily, but it's kind of hard to describe. Kind of like just like a sugary kind of graham type, like kind of like golden grams, but not really. Do you want to try some? You don't like oatmeal cream pies. That's a problem.
Yeah.
I like how you were like really like you don't have to try it.
I was just thinking.
The problem I had was I was going through the grocery store and I found that display of they make Dunkaroos cereal. They make Dunkaroos frosting. Like you can buy a can of frosting, open it up, take the lid off, and frost whatever you have. And or just drink it. A friend of mine did that when he was younger. He microwaved the frosting and drank it. You could do any of those things, but god damn it, if I could find packs of Dunkaroos.
Gotta go to 7-Eleven.
I swear to God, and that's another thing. Every time I go to the goddamn 7-Eleven, it's a little brunch spot at the corner of our street.
You say brunch spot?
Yeah, it's where I get brunch. And what I call brunch is eating hot dogs at 10:30 in the morning.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm actually the reason they put those signs up. Those signs that say "Stop! These are cooking." That's because of me. You're welcome, everybody. But I go down to my favorite brunch spot every once in a while, 7-Eleven, and I always find one pack of Dunkaroos.
Yeah. Just sitting there just
somewhere in the store. No, it's not. It's sometimes it's on the counter, like next to the register, or it's on top of the gum display that's under the register.
Yeah.
Or just somewhere on an aisle. Not like it's not stickered. Yeah. I never know the price. I just assume that it's in their system, but I really don't know if it is.
Yeah, might be just somebody
just
leaving around.
Dunkaroo fairy just kind of. There you go, mate. Yeah, right. Yeah, Dunkaroos, right? Cereal.
For a second, I was like, "Why are you doing that accent?" But then, oh yeah,
Dunkaroos.
Dunkaroos.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah. Duh.
So he just went down the cereal aisle. Take Tylenol right after getting the shot. Hydrate as well. Have to get ahead of the side effects.
Good. Thank you for the advice. I have Tylenol in my purse. I'll make sure I'll take it right after.
Take all of it just in case. So
my hydro flask.
Yep, you can drink as much water as you want. Here, I got some here.
Perfect.
Look, there you go. Boom.
Yeah, I'm such a sucker for cash register bait. Me too.
But it's
those
not
impulse buys.
The last time I found it, when I went there the other day, it was down like the cracker aisle, and it was like sitting next to Cheez-Its or something like that.
That makes sense.
And again, one pack, and I'm glad that they don't sell them at Costco. I'm glad that they don't have
Thank God.
It would be terrible. I would eat nothing but Dunkaroos.
Yeah.
I have no self-control. If it's in the house, it's over with. If I have to walk down to my brunch spot,
and if he saw it at Costco, he would 100% buy it.
Yeah. I would buy 3 flats minimum. I would buy if they didn't limit me, I might buy the display because it's not a fad with me. It's not nostalgia even. I just love those flavors.
I never really liked them, but I'm not like the idea of dipping something in icing is not appealing to me.
I did
whatsoever.
It all the time. I used to dip everything I had in ice cream.
That's why. That's the main reason why I don't like cake is icing. I don't like icing.
Unless it's chocolate frosting, right?
Chocolate cake
with
chocolate frosting.
Thank you.
That's not icing. I know we did. I'm just giving you a hard time. Buttercream is a jam though. Like that's really good. And I made vegan buttercream and that shit was good.
It's just sugar.
It's sugar and cashew butter.
Is there such thing as being sugar, like being keto and vegan? Is that even possible? That's probably impossible, right?
Yeah, I think that is impossible.
Like it has to be. You would die.
Because keto is essentially Atkins.
Yeah, because when you make something keto, a lot of times basically what keto is just
you're an animal.
You're an animal.
That's absurd, Dom. What's absurd?
What?
Oh, my icing and
yeah,
cake and chocolate cake thing. Yeah, I know. Whatever.
Wait, hold on. You're an animal? Wait, what does that mean? We have to get clarification from Chris. Chris, please. please clarify
About the cake?
about the cake. You don't like chocolate, or you don't like or the
Yeah, which one
frosting,
is it?
icing. I think dipping things in icing and or frosting, whatever you may call them, right? I think is I like it because you're choosing. What's going on with you? She smells,
Chloe's mouth's like wide open. She's like,
she just
she
smelled
must have
something.
smelled something
She got
bad.
a whiff of something.
She got a whiff of Stanley.
Stanley's nuts were probably dragging over there.
He's got big nuts.
But
chocolate on chocolate is the worst cake. No, see, my problem is, here we go.
this is no. It's not even it's not your problem. It's my problem.
Why is it your problem?
My problem is the fact that you say you don't like chocolate and you don't like cake, but you love, not tolerate, love
I don't love
chocolate cake. Okay, go on.
If I
What's
have
your
to
problem?
if I have to do a cake, it's got to be chocolate cake because it's the moistest cake. Because I don't like dry, crumbly cake.
You like biscuits though, don't you?
No, not a huge
You
fan.
don't like biscuits?
No, and I loved Trogs biscuits, which you didn't like because of all the butter, because it was like moist. I don't like scones because of that. Wow. I don't like dry. I don't like dry. I don't like dry.
I don't like dry. Well,
red velvet is the which is chocolate. Red velvet is chocolate cake.
It's red.
No, it's chocolate.
No, it's
okay.
red.
Okay, it's red chocolate. It's biscuit cake. Ugh.
Bisquick. No, that's right.
Oh.
No,
No, Bisquick. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I read it wrong. I tried to correct you incorrectly. So chocolate on chocolate cake is not the worst cake because it's so the what is it, the forest cake, or what is it called, the fucking like double chocolate cake?
Yeah, the like black forest
cake. Yeah, something like that. That's incredible. Like I don't understand what you guys are talking about as far as like biscuits are their own thing, and I don't think that biscuits and or scones are at all comparable to cake.
No, it's not comparable to cake, but I'm just saying I don't.
They're baked.
I'm just saying, as far as I don't like dry pastry. Like, it's got to be cheese. It's got to be moist.
It's got to be cheese.
Well, like I don't know.
First of all, if it's a pastry, it's got to be cheese.
Like, I love like cheese
You're
danishes.
off to a bad start.
I love like cheese danishes, and
give me a pail of dirt and I'm a happy man. Oh, what does that mean? Oh, Jesus Christ, John. Well, John took a turn.
That was his groom's cake, was dirt cake.
Yeah, I love dirt cake.
That was fun.
Chocolate mayonnaise cake is moister than red velvet.
Yeah, I remember I saw my mom putting mayonnaise and a cake mix, and I was like, "What are you doing?" And she's like, "It makes it really moist." And I was like, And then I ate it, and I was like, "Oh, this shit's good." It doesn't taste like mayonnaise. It's that added fat that it gives it that moisture. Right. You need that moisture.
Okay, so then why wouldn't you put that in vanilla cake?
I guess you could. I don't know.
Like that's what I'm saying. Is like,
but that's my problem.
Your complaint is like cake's too dry. It's like, make a fucking moisture cake, bitch.
Right? Yeah.
I mean, it's not just a.
And then my mom makes a cake that she bakes it like a whatever, and then puts holes in it, and then pours condensed milk on it. That's a moist cake.
God damn.
Yeah, but it's not good for you.
You know, a cake that I have come around on. No, not in a glazing type of fashion. I'm talking about the pineapple upside down cake.
Yeah, that's good.
So it's pretty solid cake,
that's moist too.
Very sugary.
Very sugary.
Very sugary. You pour sugar water on it at the end, but it is a very like, as far as non-frosted cakes.
Yeah.
But that's also like, so you like that, right?
Yeah, that is good.
But like,
that's not like, but even still, I would have like maybe a piece of it. Like, it wouldn't be my go-to.
I don't like shitty cake either. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like shitty dry cake either. Yeah. But I like, to me, if I'm being embracing, like, not only I'm still embracing my natural curls just under my hat. I'm still doing that. If I'm embracing true Pat, if I'm being completely 100% transparent Pat here, my favorite cake, yellow cake with chocolate frosting. I love it.
That's the worst.
I crave it.
Ugh.
I crave it. It's probably the worst dog shit in the entire universe.
That's
But
like
I
something my
want
great grandmother would buy.
to.
And ugh,
Ooh, is she single?
she's dead.
So that's not a no. I will. I will
Ice
eat.
cream cake is the best cake because it doesn't involve any actual cake.
I. I no. I yeah. Because the cake part is just cookies. It's
Well,
like
the
it's awesome.
Carnival cake that we get, and I got one
As
for
far as we're
Thanksgiving.
talking, yeah,
Is that what we did for dessert for Thanksgiving?
yeah. Instead of pumpkin pie or any kind of pies, we did.
And that was
ice
really
cream
good
cake.
because that's ice cream cake, or it's ice cream, and then it's got that like crumble, like the cookie.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. It's like their signature.
Their condiments are other. It's like it's excellent. Ice cream cake.
Oh, Red Lobster biscuits. Yes, again because they're not dry.
Cheese.
They are
See,
delicious.
if you're
Those
gonna
are
bake something, you
those are
need cheese.
cheddar. Yes, those are cheddar biscuits, and they've got cheese.
Now,
in
if you're
them.
talking baked items, you gotta be cheese.
But like I was saying, the Trogs biscuit I loved because it wasn't dry. It was really moist, lots of butter, super flaky. It was delicious.
Yeah, I think there's. So Chris is saying over here, he's saying, yeah, Genuine Pat was here. Chocolate and peanut butter buttercream. Wait, chocolate and peanut butter.
Never had
buttercream.
it.
Okay, sorry, I did say that right.
That would
like,
probably be delicious.
Yeah, of course. Those are you're just saying if I was just like chocolate, strawberries, vanilla, ice cream, cookies, like yeah, those are all delicious things. What about it though, Chris? What are you talking about? How about Red Lobster biscuits?
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah.
I know a chick that would be cringing at how many times you've said
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
That is
I've said it kind of intentionally like that.
Yeah, I think as far as like the word, I mean, we did start the show, Ian. I don't know if you were here for the very start of the show.
Yeah, he's the one that it's his issue, or not his issue. It's his comment that created the topic. Yeah, I'm sorry, not his issue.
But Freudian slip, it is his issue. We did start the show out by spitting or swallowing. So like that was the first debate, and apparently we found out we're both swallowing. So
okay, chocolate cake with peanut butter buttercream. I'd be into that.
Yeah,
very much so. Chocolate and peanut butter.
Does it have cheese? It's got to have cheese. So that's another thing. Baked goods, as far as cheesecake, that's your specialty.
Yeah, that's my jam.
So this is the interesting thing to me, is the fact that you are so adverse to cake, but not at all. It's never a dietary thing because you do have somewhat of a lactose. I don't want to say that she's intolerant in 2021, but you would definitely be Me Too'd by
the milk. Yeah,
because you are very intolerant.
Yeah, very.
But your go-to dessert is a cake completely made of cheese.
Yeah. Again, it's super moist. Have you ever had a dry cheesecake?
Dry. That's what I'm saying, is when you do that, it kind of flakes. It kind of crumbles and stuff.
Yeah, but when
like
you put it in your mouth, it's creamy. It's not dry. It's a creamy sensation.
I mean, it's kind of the same thing with cake.
No.
It's
like crummy. Like cake is like crummy.
Wow.
Like literal crumbs. It's crummy.
Pull that quote. Pull that quote right now. Cake is crummy. You better not ever run for office. You will die on that platform. You just took a hard stance. See, I'm a guy who has a preference.
Literally, it's
between
crummy.
Cake and pie. No. You said your words, okay? You said your words. Okay. You dug this hole. Now you got to lie in it.
All right.
You made this bed with Stanley, who loves making beds.
He loves it when we make the bed. He has so much fun.
Crummy. I would never say that one is bad or better than the. I know that it's subjective. I may have my preferences, but not for any particular crumbly, not crummy. That's what Mom says. She's
Mom's okay.
Get it right. You misspoke, and then you're gonna get quoted, and then your days in office.
I'm
are
canceled now.
Yeah, you'd be done for.
All right, whatever.
You can't ever take a hardline stance.
Not crummy.
Not crummy.
Crumbly.
Crumbly. Do you like coffee cake? You ready for this?
I will say I like Starbucks. Okay, but here's the thing. Starbucks coffee cake in the package still. So like I eat it with a fork, and that is very crumbly.
Yana?
Very crumbly.
Yana, explain to me what's on top of that.
Super moist.
What's on top?
Cinnamon crumbles. The Starbucks one.
Do you like it?
I do like it from time to time. I will eat that.
So it's not so much the crumbly.
That, hey, I shout out. Okay, so get
You say shut up?
shout out.
Oh.
Shut up. No.
Hey, shut up.
Shut up. Okay, so I'm going to go on a Starbucks take for just a second. If you get an iced blonde brown sugar oat milk latte with the cinnamon coffee cake, bomb diggity. Bomb diggity. Lots of sugar, but delicious.
Now it's a recommendation for a crumbly cake. And I don't understand your logic here, sweetheart. Why don't you explain to me what's going on here?
There's no icing. It's cinnamon.
Right. The driest motherfucker you could ever imagine.
But that's what I'm saying this specific
the opposite of moist.
You have to, I don't like it warmed up because it literally like disintegrates. It's very, very crumbly. But if you...
It's like Thanos.
Yeah, yes. It's just gone.
You put it in your mouth and it goes...
I ask for it to still be in the package. I open the package. I take a fork and I eat it right out of the package like a bowl.
Put it in your drink and just drink the whole thing like a fucking animal.
No, that'd be gross. But that is very moist.
Carrot cake.
Very, very moist.
There you go. Carrot cake.
Carrot cake is also delicious. Very moist.
Sure.
Lots of moisture.
It's for sure something I've come to enjoy as an adult, but I think it's the cream cheese ice cream. Yeah.
It's not it's the cream cheese icing. It's not like, and there is sugar. There's powdered sugar in it, but it's way better. It's more of a not savior. What's the word I'm looking for? Mom, help me out.
Crumbly.
No, they're savory. It's more savory. It's not. I mean, it is sweet, but it's more savory. Than
so wait, you're in favor for slavery? Is that what you're saying?
That is not what I said.
You said savory.
Savory.
Oh! I thought she said slavery. That's not okay, because I would not say. I would say, why don't you stop the pounding right there, sweetheart? Okay, crumbly cake or not? I don't understand you. It's really interesting.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. This is why I said, and I was saying the last episode, I completely embrace the term snowflake. I'm very unique. I am very much. I got an NRA face, but
I guess I don't know
strong.
what.
My only strong stances are on cake. What? Here, this is the part that.
Yeah, but like, why did it do that all of a sudden?
Because you've been fucking with it.
I guess. I don't know. It might be actually an issue with me. So like we were talking, I don't really have a type. I don't have a favorite color.
Yeah, that's interesting to me.
Yeah.
I asked you that early on, and you were like, I don't know, red.
We did a icebreaker thing. Like, I got a new boss, and we have a whole new team and stuff. So one of the questions was, what's your favorite color? And I was like, my favorite color is black, because if you take the black and like put water in it, it's all the colors mixed. Like black is all colors mixed together. I like all the colors, and they're all looking at me like, she's batshit crazy.
Yeah. And it goes to the next person. It's like
green.
I like forest green.
Yeah.
I think, okay, good. Thank you. Magenta. Okay. Yeah.
Black.
And every one of them, they're like, I like red. And they look at you like,
yeah,
it turns a team building exercise into like an immediate judgment and targeting of one person in the group.
Yeah.
I love you guys. You work so well together. Thanks so much, Mom.
Thanks, Mom.
And honestly, we try.
Yeah.
And that's the point. I learned later on in life, I was always whatever slimming kind of guy. You know what I mean? Everybody told me these stripes were the ones that are supposed to slim you up and down, but it always looked like I was wearing a bong on my shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Like it would always just go wow and just kind of like like spread out at the bottom.
Yep.
And but like I would always just stick to like dark colors, like black, anything that would try to. So as of progressing and losing weight and stuff like that, I'm like anything that has color, I guess, because now it's like
you won't look like
I can have a design and not have it look like I'm like distorting it, or like like when you put like a magnifying glass over something and it just kind of goes like that. It's kind of like that, and that's fine, because that's the thing is when I bought a shirt at Banana Republic, I felt like I wanted to brag about it, but I was also like, I don't know how to brag about this because I don't know how long I've. Like, is that not a thing that people think about? I was at the driving range yesterday. I went all by myself, and I was like, I kind of chatted with this guy a little bit. Like, he's like, he's like, hey, how's it going? Oh, yeah, good, blah, blah, blah. We're both terrible. Okay, ha, ha, ha. And then that was it. Like, we stopped talking after that. It was probably a good 10, 15 minutes later, and we'd just both been hitting balls, whatever. And I fucking cracked one. And I was like, oh my, no, that's what it was. I aimed for something.
Okay.
And I hit it.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, I just did a thing on purpose. I said to him, because I was just like, I have to share this
Yeah, with
part.
somebody. Yeah.
I have to like express this to somebody. Even if you don't give a fuck,
Yeah.
I had to let somebody else see, I fucking did it. See that thing over there? The thing that said don't hit this. It's like that's
I hit it.
I hit that thing. And it was kind of like I feel like that kind of expressive way in about everything. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So like be who you are kind of
Yeah.
thing. But
I guess that I'm very I don't know. I don't like this. I don't know.
what?
I'm not
You
not
just don't have
decisive.
favorite thing? Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I just like
well, I think that's the thing is being indecisive or open to everything doesn't necessarily, it's not always a bad thing.
yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? But it can be. So like it's about when you are decisive. Having a favorite color isn't about, it doesn't mean it doesn't say who you are. It just is like if you have a preference. Like so when you're making a character on a video game or whatever, but you don't play video games a lot. When you're picking a profile for something or whatever it may be, it's like whenever you're choosing a theme to your life,
Mm-hmm.
it's what color do you choose, whereas you are more open to letting life choose the color for you.
I like that outlook.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not necessarily, it doesn't make you bad or different.
Right,
You're just
because
like,
it depends on my mood
honestly,
in that
you
moment.
could say I love the whole light spectrum.
Yeah.
I truly love
My wardrobe is not neutral, but it's like more
you have a very full palette of colors.
Yeah.
As far as a wardrobe, if you were to look at all of the color, you're
Yeah.
not closed, you're not adverse to anything. You're
yeah.
not like, oh, I'm not going to wear white. You're like, oh, that's a nice white shirt, I'll wear that.
Yeah.
Whereas I can't wear white because I will turn it into a tie-dye shirt.
I will too.
I choose my fashion based on my eating habits more than my fashion habits usually.
But then I just select, I'm like, okay, what are we doing? Because I have this really nice white sweater. And I'm like, okay, if we're going to go eat something, I'm not going to wear this. But if we're just like going to go, I don't know, just go do something, I'm like, okay, I could wear this.
So John, Ian says, I want Pat to explain how everything works the same way he explained how magnifying glasses work. Wow, like that.
Yeah.
I guess.
And then above that, John said, Starbucks branding is incredible at tricking you into eating breakfast cake.
Yeah, I've actually, so much so that I actually have included that into my set of saying like a comparison of calling coffee cake breakfast or calling coffee cake, calling an overshirt or a shirt an overshirt is like calling coffee cake breakfast. Like you're eating cake.
Yeah.
That's cake. It's okay. No judgment, but like, let's just call it this cake.
Yeah. My mom was.
You only call it coffee cake because that's the cake you eat with your coffee.
Oh, you know what? Maybe this is where the chocolate cake comes from. Okay.
Okay, here we go.
So, my mom was a young mom. She didn't spend a lot of time in the kitchen. So she would, so she didn't really know how to cook that whatever when we were growing up, and she would make us chocolate cake for breakfast.
Oh yeah.
And then we would sing to her, "Mom is great. She feeds us chocolate cake." I do think that was from Bill Cosby.
Yeah, she was obviously a monster before her time.
But that is a memory, and it was chocolate cake that she made.
So, and also John saying that guy 100% went home and told his wife about the special needs adult he met at the driving range. Yep. I think he actually said it on the phone because there's a couple times where he's like, "Yeah, hey, yeah, I'm just at the range," and like he kept like having like full volume
and then
conversation,
go down.
full volume conversation. This conversation. All right, see ya. Talk to you later. That kind of thing of like, yeah, and like, I did a thing. Ah! Get off the phone, you idiot. I look it. You see it bouncing? And then he said, "Oh, you got here all on your own. That's good for you, buddy. Good for you." That's what John's saying, quote, what the guy said. He gave me a ride. He offered me a ride. He said,
yeah, he did.
He's just wow. You know what? It wasn't inappropriate. Although my Costco glove left a big white residue in my hand, and it wasn't appealing.
Yeah.
But it's okay. It worked all right. I think I had it on the right hand. If I'm John said from the videos that I sent him, which I will share on the Instagram, at Baby Mermaid Productions, obviously. If you want to join Pound Off, you can. I have good form from what he could see. I felt like a not
That's
like
what I said too.
and not yeah. That's like I feel like so either you're as good of a golfer as John,
Oh, of course.
or John is as bad of a golfer as you are.
I'm as good as him.
Okay. I had to express to him. I went to Costco. You should be first of all. I should get praise for this. I have walked past the Costco golf supplies multiple times without buying anything.
Oh, that's good.
Multiple times. They got. I have.
Hey, should we talk about your wardrobe budget?
Yeah,
while
go
we're
for
here?
it. Yeah, let's do it. What do we got? What is this month?
It's
April.
non-existent.
April.
So you went to Costco yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Did you buy any clothes?
I bought undershirts.
And the time before when you went to Costco, like 2 weeks ago?
I bought these shorts. Performance. I found out my new lane. Performance sweatpants, but I can't wear that. That's one pack of 2 I bought. Why?
Just updating everybody on your.
I didn't buy a full set of golf clubs.
That's good.
Or a golf bag. I still carry my golf clubs around like a bouquet of flowers.
He does.
See, I'm not high maintenance.
But wouldn't it look ridiculous if you had just your couple of
I was thinking about that
like
yesterday.
clubs in a bag, in a club bag, or whatever you call them?
So my friend that I made at the driving range, I like he and I think when we started the conversation, it started as like, oh, we're probably about at the same skill level. I think I'm a little bit better than him, but I was definitely better than him. And I think I didn't get a close look, but it kind of looks like he went to Costco because his bag was like had, I think what all like the main things you need, like a driver, like some wedges, a putter, stuff like that. He brought his full bag and everything. He had a whole bag. He had a bunch of clubs. He had the little towel on the outside. He had all this like stuff, all his gear. And I came in with a bouquet of fucking clubs that I keep the price. I'm never taking those price tags off. Each one of those clubs cost me. One of them was free, and gain as was the beginning. What is it? The mom, help us out here. The impetus, or actually, Chris might help us out a little bit too. Impetus. Does that mean I can't get a hard? What's the beginning? What's that word?
Yeah, I don't know. I keep thinking of epitome, and that's not the right word. But yes, you're on the right track. It is
the origin. Let's just
the genesis, the beginning,
impetus. Yeah,
impetus.
But doesn't that also mean I can't get hard? Because I can. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, then let's try that again. There we go.
Can't high five all the time, but impetus. Yes, impetus. Can we just? I'm going to look that up. I trust you guys, but I don't want to say that I have impetus. But my nickname, Wait, hold on. Impetus. I did not spell that.
You
right.
didn't, but that's
it was not autocorrect. It was the keyboard.
Did you mean?
Yeah, thank you. I'm getting a lot of help here. A lot of assists. Hit the booster call. Wait, hold on. What the fuck? The force or energy with which the body moves. The force that makes something happen or happen more quickly. Okay. Impetuses. Got it.
Well, but you were trying to say the beginning. Right. That's not the right word.
The force that makes something happen.
Okay. Gotcha.
That's the term.
That's when you found
nothing in here
when
about
you
erectile
found that one. Okay, gotcha.
I almost had erectile destruction.
That would be destructive.
Impotent. Oh, okay. It's when you can't get hard. Thanks, Mom and Chris. Thank you.
Impotent.
So the impetus of my nickname, Patty 5-iron.
Mm-hmm.
John found a 5-iron when he was at the range, or either at the range or at the actual course. I can't remember. And since he has a full set, he was like, he gave me my first ever golf club. That one's very special to me, as well as the 2 other ones that I purchased at the Goodwill for $1.99 each.
Mm-hmm.
And I could still crush those balls, baby. Not like Happy Gilmore. That hurts. It's very hard to do. Like, you can see a lot of people bragging about like, oh, it's nothing. I could do that. It's fucking hard as shit. It's hard as shit to hit the ball standing completely still.
Yeah.
Without a guy screaming how well they just hit the ball at you. I can't imagine. I think I even did it in the middle of his swing too, which is like another etiquette no, and I was just like, I did a thing, and he's like, what?
Yeah, that's true. You're not supposed to talk.
But I will always keep those on. And I wonder, like, I don't want to be the guy that is, I'm still not that consistent that I feel confident coming in with a whole bag with like half
Yeah.
full because I can't
Yeah,
fill
yeah,
it yet.
yeah,
And
yeah.
then also, like, I'm gonna pull out the $1.99. I don't want my golf bag to cost more than my golf clubs.
Yeah.
So I kind of put myself in a real predicament because I bought my golf clubs for $1.99 each, and the other one I was found for
Well,
me.
you might be able to go back to Goodwill and maybe you'll find
Ooh,
a bag.
yeah, that's all right. Or maybe if somebody gets really
Or if
mad,
you get, you know what you could do is get the I forget what it's called that you put your arrows in like on your back. You get one of those.
I
and
know
put
this
those
one,
in.
guys. I got this one. Quiver.
Quiver. There we go. I was gonna say a sheath, but that's for a knife or a
Yes.
sword, right?
Yeah.
Would it be a sword as well, or just a knife?
A katana is, if you want to say, a sword, but in a cool way.
Right. But that's not the holder that it's in. A katana is the actual sword.
Right, but I feel like if I have that thing, if I keep it on my back every time
Where's
I
Nick?
bend over to put over the.
Come on, Nick.
Yawn.
Mom.
Nick.
Mom,
Yawn.
ask Nick.
To
put your
yawn.
head out the window.
Say yawn.
Say, Nick, we need you to yawn. But then what do you call?
It's a sheath.
Right, but for both like a knife and a sword?
Yeah.
It's a sheath either way?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. Holster?
I think that's for a gun.
I don't know why it changes.
Or cell phone.
Yeah, depending
cell phone
depending
holster.
on which flea market you're at. No, I think there's a level of like impotency to a person that has to carry around, like, I would carry it around like at my hip.
Carry what around?
One club.
Oh, okay.
I would try, but that
put it in your belt loop.
that has way more like look at me energy. I feel like than if I were to carry around a full bag with one club.
With one club, yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Like there's a level of like I'm gonna be like I got this. Like, but there's also a level of confidence to that. So I just have to. I feel like I have to get a little bit better, and I personally will feel confident enough to brag about my non-accomplishments in golfing by carrying one around.
Yeah.
Now, but I would have to have that specially made too, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Holster is for a gun. Sheath is for a knife or sword.
Okay.
So now Mom's an expert.
Thanks, Mom.
I don't even know if she spelled it right.
You don't know if she spelled
it right?
Did. Oh, I was gonna say, I think she did.
But so do you have anything else to close the show out? Do you have any knives or gun recommendations?
No.
Cake recommendations? We talked about a lot.
We did talk about a lot. These 2 hours went by fast.
Well, it was like an hour and 45.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Because I had to do a little going away party this morning. I got cupcakes and a card.
Did you eat cupcakes this morning?
No, because I went to Giant.
Should have got muffins.
That's a good idea. I don't know why I didn't think of that.
Frosted muffins.
So I got cupcakes, and they were in the refrigerator, so they were still like they're kind of frozen.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, I got a bunch. I got like 24, so I was like, well, you guys can have them with your team. Like everybody eat them, whatever.
We'll get you a golf gun. That's what John says. I'll take that.
A golf gun.
So yeah, we appreciate you guys for joining in, pounding off. Make sure that you subscribe wherever you are. Tell your friends. The audio only version will be up a little bit later, and we love you.
We love you.
Gross.